Why are you asking?
Well, your dad has something called dysphagia, so that means he has difficulty swallowing. This is because of his stroke.
So you're saying that his stroke causes his coughing? I thought that was normal for him.
I can see how you can think choking would be normal for your father. When he chokes, instead of the food and liquids going into his stomach, they go into his lungs, which can cause an infection.
Is that why I'm here?
Yeah, so you have something called aspiration pneumonia. So that's when something that you ate or drank, instead of going into your stomach, you breathed it in, and that goes into your lungs, and then that causes an infection.
So what can he do to stop choking and getting things in his lungs when he eats?
Well, it's easier to eat and drink things that are a little bit thicker and the same consistency, so you can't have things like 7-Up. Another thing to think about is that when you're eating and drinking, it's much safer for you to be sitting up straight so that things have an easier time going down rather than being kind of slouched over like you are now.
So what can I drink?
Well, you can drink things that are a little bit thicker. So one thing that we can do is get you a powder that goes into your drinks so that it makes it a little bit thicker. So you can drink things like apple juice at that point or things like that.
So, what food can I eat? Can I eat my daughter's delicious meals?
Yeah, you can. There just might be a few things that you need to do to make them a little bit safer for you to eat. So, for example, if you're making a soup, you can blend it up a little bit so that it's all the same consistency, because anything like large chunks would just be a lot easier for him to choke on. So could you tell me a little bit about what you think you might make for a meal for him?
Well, I would probably start by thickening his liquids. You said that you had a powder for us?
Yeah.
And then if I'm making potatoes, then I'll make sure to mash them instead of having the whole chunks. Is that right?
Yes.
And then for dessert, I guess I couldn't have the nut cake anymore, so maybe a pudding?
Yeah, that's a really good description. Those are all really good ideas. I'm actually just going to go step out and get you some different brochures and things you can look over, and then we can talk about it a little bit more, okay?
Wow, this nurse is really good at educating me about my health.
Yeah.
Hi guys, so I have a paper here that just has 6 foods on it. So what I was going to ask you to do is to circle the ones that you think are safe to eat and which ones maybe you don't think are safe, and then we can talk about it after, okay?
I think that one's safe to eat.
Okay. Oh, this looks like the blending thing that she was talking about.
Yeah, you're right. Do you think I can still eat those?
Oh yeah, definitely. Crackers are great for when you're sick.
But not these ones. The apple?
No. And oh
Or
yeah,
the
I don't think
popcorn.
you could choke on that pretty easy.
I think this one too.
I think that one's good, yeah.
Okay, so let's see what you circled. So, one thing I'm wondering is, why do you think crackers are a good thing for your dad to eat?
Well, crackers are great when you're sick.
That's true. I understand. It's a really good thought why you think he could eat those. He actually can't, unfortunately, though. The thing about crackers is that they're really dry, and so they might get stuck in his throat, which will make it really hard for him to swallow.
So I can still choke on the crackers?
Yeah, you can, so it's probably a good one to avoid. Another thing that I forgot to mention before, though, is along with sitting up, it's also probably better for you to just chew on your right side, because that's your good side. So it'll be a lot easier for you to chew, and then your food will just go down that much easier, and you won't choke.
Okay, but I can still have the applesauce, right?
Yeah, that's a really good food to have. You can have the applesauce, the yogurt, and the soup there that's blended. So those are all really good options that you chose. So I actually have a paper here with all of your follow-ups written down on it. So your first appointment that you have is with SLP on October 14th at 10 o'clock.
What's SLP?
Well, SLP stands for Speech Language Pathologist. That's the person who came in when you just got into the hospital and they assessed how you could swallow. So they were the ones who prescribed the thickened fluids for you. So when you go to them, they're going to give you different swallowing and eating techniques that'll help you out.
So they're going to teach me how to swallow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the next appointment that you have is with a dietitian. So that one's on November 1st at 2:30.
So do they pick my food?
That's kind of what they do. So they'll give you a more general list of things you can eat and give you different ideas, a little bit more than I had for you.
That's good.
And then the physio is that on October 21st at 11?
Yeah, so the physio is physiotherapy. So that's not necessarily to help your dad swallow, but that one's more to help you with all the different effects that you've had from your stroke. So the weakness in your left side and different things like that. So they'll help you get a little bit stronger.
Oh,
okay.
Did you two have any questions for us at all?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Not right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, everything's
thank
clear?
you. Yes.
Yeah,
I
so
understand.
what I also have for you is a little brochure here. So it's just about swallowing and different things you need to know. So if you ever have any questions, you can just refer to this. And otherwise, you can always call us back here or talk to any of your specialists when you go there.
So I can take that home?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
Okay.
This will be nice to have.